When it comes to propaganda, BBC is at the top. It's at the top of its own game and also in spreading a false narrative. Let me explain how. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Apurva, and in this video I will tell you how low the BBC can stoop to spread its propaganda. So let's begin. Journalism demands that the facts of any issue or subject be ascertained prior to the publication or broadcasting of a report. At the BBC, however, such fact checks are done only after widespread publication and dissemination of the content in question. Take the case of BBC's disgust towards Vivek Agnihotri's The Kashmir Files, for instance. The film is the goriest, yet most truthful account of the pain and agony that Kashmiri Hindus suffered in the late 20th century when they were forced out of their homeland by Islamists. It shows the true nature of Islamist extremists, and that is why it has set several liberal posteriors on fire. At the box office, the film has crossed the 200 crore rupees mark, and its earnings are still ascending. That agonizes a section of Indians and Western intellectuals even more. In an attempt to show how the Kashmiri pundits were themselves against the film, BBC decided to handpick a few pundits settled in Jammu who just happened to harbor a critical view of the film. In its video report, BBC showed two pundits residents of Jakti township in Jammu. The critical views of Shadilal Pandita and Sunil Pandita were amplified by the organization and spun to project the same as being shared by a vast majority of Kashmiri Hindus. BBC Hindi captioned the report on Twitter as this film is a stunt for 2024 elections, and such films will further create division. Sunil Pandita was heard saying,
90 से लेकर आज तक जो है हमारे नाम पर जो खाली पिक्चरें बनी और कुछ नहीं हुआ है। जिस हिसाब से हमें 1990 से लेकर आज तक जो है एक पॉलिटिकल टिश्यू पेपर की तरह हमें यूज़ किया गया है, और आज भी वही हो रहा। जो हमने नज़दीक किए थे, जिनको हमने पास लाने की कोशिश की थी, उसको मुझे लगता है कि इससे और ज़्यादा दूरियाँ होंगी, क्योंकि मेरे 5000 परिवार इस समय कश्मीर में है।
One Pyarelal Pandita said,
ये जो फिल्म बनाई गई है, ये एकतरफा हमारे काज को उजागर करने के लिए किया है। इसलिए मैं और किसी प्रोड्यूसर डायरेक्टर से अपील करता हूं कि दोनों साइड के इस माहौल को जो उन पर भी गुजरी है, मेजॉरिटी कम्युनिटी पर भी, तो उनके और हमारे जख्मों को पूरा उजागर करे, ताकि दुनिया को और भी पता चल जाए कि एकतरफा ये जो मेजॉरिटी पर जुल्म हुए हैं वो कहां से आए, वो भी पाकिस्तान स्पॉन्सर्ड थे।
Based on the remarks of three people, BBC concluded that Kashmiri pundits were against the film. The motive was simple: if the victims are against it, why should you support it? That's how confident this organization is. BBC's report would have held some weight, has it not been revealed that the people interviewed were in fact connected to the Congress party and other political fronts. In a clarification tweet aimed at damage control, BBC said, after the video went viral, it has been brought to our notice that these people also belong to two major political parties, Congress and BJP. The BBC did not speak to them as representatives of their respective parties. They do not represent the sentiments of all Kashmiri pundits. BBC woke up to the reality after 5 days of these three men being touted as the repository of all opinions that the Kashmiri Hindus harbor. They provided armor to the Indian liberals to rant against the Kashmir Files. The BBC seems to have thought that it could get away with its propaganda. However, the film is becoming an even bigger hit with each passing day. People are flocking to theatres across India to learn the truth of the genocide which was perpetuated against Kashmiri Hindus.